Hey, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. This is going to be What's the Vibe? Short and sweet for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So take what resonates, leave the rest. You know the drill. Feel free to like, share, subscribe. We're here to practice our intuition and practice learning to trust ourselves on taking what resonates and leaving the rest. Really trusting our intuition and our abilities to really figure out what is for us through resonance of how these messages, even certain choice of words, just some sort of clarity and confirmation that you needed to hear, and really trusting yourself on that. So let's begin on what we have for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Any guidance, advice, messages that Scorpios need to hear? I'm using the Hero's Journey Dream Oracle deck here. I absolutely love it. It's stunning. The illustrations are stunning and the messages are right on point and very useful, I find. So we have number 14. Where you are is where it's at. I believe I got this last time as well. So, and underneath it says, stay still until you are divinely moved. Look at that. Beautiful. The illustrations are beautiful. I love the coloring and the messages. This is a new deck for me. So I'll be reading from the book until I've created that bond of knowing with the deck. Love that. And then we have Whale of a Time, number 25. Your charge is to enlarge. Beautiful. Really shining down on like shining light on the depths of your soul, I want to say. You know, as Scorpios, you know, you're really always trying to dive deep to the truth of the matter. I am a Scorpio inside real astrology, in traditional astrology. And it's really always bringing light to the truth, bringing light to the matter, you know, to the situation. And I feel that's what you're doing. You're shining light in the depths of, you know, your shadows. You're really doing shadow work and shining light and really transmuting and going through a pretty heavy process, I feel, especially with all the retrogrades that are going on. And you're beginning to realize how powerful, how much of an impact you truly make on people around you, those that are surround you, and on people in general. So let's read from the book. Number 14. Where you are is where it's at. And let's see the message. When you feel resistance, it might mean you're not up to the task. Then again, it might mean you are up to the task, but don't realize your own strength. Resistance sometimes serves to preserve your energy and keep you safe. Without resistance, you might manically say yes to everything, perhaps for fear of missing out, but right where you are is a holy ground. From a quantum physics perspective, you are already everywhere, and everyone and everything is within you. When you realize this, there can be no fear of missing out because you are already where it's at. Honor the spirit of resistance and know it will be with you through every step of your hero's journey. You've done enough inner work to know the difference between a yes and a no. It's wise to pause and consider your choices and actions with respect to your available energy, schedule, and resources. Number 25. And that like just kind of coincides with the message that I was getting with this card, Whale of a Time. You know, like you're really learning to, I want to say time management. You're learning time management, adjusting to a new schedule, perhaps, really transitioning a new version of self even, and learning how to present that to the world one step at a time. So let's read. Your charge is to enlarge. Most people think of the belly of the whale stage of the hero's journey as a dark night of the soul, but it doesn't have to be. Exactly, that transition, shining light in the depths of your soul. The key to finding joy in your connection with the whale aspect, whether you are in its belly or outside admiring it, it is twofold. Excuse me. You have the ability to grow, to go with the flow, and the potential to your own power. When you contemplate the nature of this loving, ancient being we call whale, envision swimming with it and receiving its wisdom and love. You are reminded that you are sovereign, wild, and free. The whale is here to remind you that whenever you find yourself in a challenging circumstance, your charge is to enlarge. Your mandate is to become a heart space so large that the world can fit within it, i.e., all parts of you and all parts of humanity, with nothing left out. In the belly of the whale, you're reminded to stop resisting and instead open and allow the diversity of life and the entire ocean of emotion of all sentient beings to be celebrated and loved. Beautiful. So it's basically saying, when you find yourself in the face of adversity, something really that comes and shakes you, like I'm getting the tower moment, like that destruction, really finding the lights to rise above and know that things don't work out, so better things could take place, right? So better things could take hold. Things, crumble away, and those crumblings, I'm going to use like a chef term here. Those crumblings are like the seasoning of life, is what becomes your seasoning of life. Your seasoning in your character that really helped build your character, and it sucks. And the emotions that you have to endure in the current moment of having to get through something that is heavy, something that is disappointing, sad, heartbreaking, is beyond words, is something that no one wants to experience. However, it is inevitable. We experience those to help us grow, to help us evolve, to help us become the versions who we are meant to be, to help us reconnect to our soul, to our divinity. So let's see, what is the recent past energy? Okay. That divine love. Perhaps there was a divine union that has come in for you in the recent past that, you have. Now, this is not someone that you have come in contact with, that you are speaking to or in a relationship with, or it can be. It could even just be someone that you have just met and you had that recognition, that familiarity, some sort of resonance with this person. This is even divine self-love, really loving yourself, really going within, going to the shadows, the depths of your soul and shining light there. The light is the love, and really loving those shadow aspects of yourself, Scorpio, that may come off harsh or brash or very straightforward, or too honest to a fault. And really loving those aspects of yourself, knowing that that's what makes you, and that is what builds your character. That is where your strength is emanating from. That is where your strength stems from. What is your current energy for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? The King of Cups. That emotional stability, emotional fulfillment, emotional love, emotional maturity, really standing in your power. This is in large and in charge, really stepping into your sovereignty, into this divine love, into this Christ consciousness that overflows, that is here for you. What is the near future energy? The Three of Swords. Fear of disappointment again, fear of that heartbreak. And that's that cycle, right? Like, I feel like this is the cycle of a beginning and an end. The beginning of love and then the end of love. Having that ideal that, love only disappoints you, that you will only be disappointed in love, and really stepping into your power and healing that and owning that lack-based belief that is holding you back from really moving forward. I'm going to get a clarifier on the Three of Swords. Please clarify the Three of Swords for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I feel like it's more of like a fear. Yeah. So we have the Two of Wands. It's really changing your beliefs. What is it that you're calling in? What is it that you're manifesting? Are you manifesting disappointment because you're living in fear? You're living in heartache. You're moving into, you're coming from a place of love. You have this divine love, this union, this partnership that is showing up for you. But are you moving into something that is just going to disappoint you because you're calling it in? Because something hasn't healed, and that's why you are being called to really learn and see something. Something is showing up for you. Something has recently showed up for you, and it is currently visible, so you could see something about yourself that you haven't been paying attention to, or you haven't been noticing, because you're moving into something that you fear is going to be disappointing, but it's going to bring some sort of new travel, some sort of new adventure, and you fear that it's going to disappoint you. Like I feel like it's a lack-based belief system that's holding you back. I'm going to get some clarifiers. Please clarify the Ace of Cups and the King of Cups for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And the King of Cups, Scorpio, that's your card. That's you. So what do we have here? The Nine of Pentacles. This is really standing, and you had to learn in the recent past, and that's what you need to learn. It's something that you have been learning or needed to learn, or are continuing to learn about yourself, is really standing in your own power, learning to take care of yourself, to nurture yourself through that, tapping into that Christ consciousness, that unifying energy that brings us all together. Really standing in your power here. Emotional stability, emotional fulfillment. That independence as well, like financial independence along with emotional fulfillment. Please clarify the King of Cups and the Three of Swords for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. There you go, a passionate new beginning. And you're in fear of this, of where it is, of this new travel, of this new manifestation. Like you're calling this in. You're calling this in, but you have this underlying fear that is here of the Three of Swords that is just going to disappoint you again. That love only disappointed you in the past, so that's what it will continue to do. But you're calling in this passion and new beginning. Look, from the Ace to the Two, there is rapid growth. And look how it's this Ace of Wands. Sorry for the glare. Look at this Ace of Wands, how it's emerging from the earth. And it's a very powerful beginning. You're moving into a powerful new beginning that is here for you. And it's just your fear that is being crumbled away. That is why you are perhaps going through such a time of, I don't want to say adversity, more of a challenging time, perhaps in love, where, say, for example, you have been disappointed because you really needed to pay close attention and give yourself that love. Really stand in your power, really nurture yourself, so you can then be able to move forward in this passion and new beginning that you are calling in, moving away from the heartache of the past, moving away from the heartache that you think that hasn't served you, but the lesson is and will continue to show up until you've learned the lesson. The situation will continue to show up until you have learned the lesson. The cycle will continue to show up. What is the outcome for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? The King of Pentacles. We have two kings here. So this is really stepping into your power. You're very grounded now. You're very stable. You're very wise. You're beginning this passionate. Oh, I see. I see what this is. This is a fear of your passion, of this entrepreneur, this business. I'm also getting this new business venture that is going to be is going to let you down. There's fear. There's a bit of fear here that it's going to be another heartbreak, another disappointing outcome. But you are calling this in. You are creating this new world. You are traveling to different lands. And I'm feeling like different spiritual levels. You are attaining different spiritual knowledge and really connecting and aligning. And you're beginning this new business venture, this entrepreneur. You're ahead and really in charge of your craft. You're a master at your craft. You're very business savvy, more than you give yourself credit for. And there is this fear here, and that is what you needed to learn in the past, is to really love yourself, nurture yourself, care, heal. This is divine healing. This is divine love. Christ's love that overflows from that cup that Christ has given his blood that we drink from, that you drink from in Christ, in Catholicism, religion, right? And that is overflowing. And it doesn't matter about religion. It's not a matter of who you pray to here. It's just that overflowing cup of love that enables to feed the fish, that enables to feed and nurture this new unfamiliar land that is here that you cannot see because it's underwater. But there is a beautiful world, nurturing world underwater that helps nourish and feed us as well. Really standing on your own, learning to stand on your own, and you're standing in your power, in that love, in that unity. Very emotionally balanced. And that is what you had to learn through those hard knock life lessons in the past. The whale of a time, where you are is where is that. And that's shining the light. Knowing that whatever comes your way, Scorpio, you can handle it. You got this. Yeah, there's some fear around it. There's fear of heartache and disappointment again. But you're manifesting a passionate new beginning. A passionate new beginning. Again, this is a general reading. Perhaps, in love and in career as well. And you are manifesting and moving into a new field, a new land, a new horizon that you have yet to visit, you have yet to explore. And there's a little bit of fear around that. But know that you are a master of your craft, and where you are is where it's at. I'm going to leave it there, Scorpio. These are the short and sweets for what the vibe. So I really hope that this brought you some sort of guidance and clarity on how to move forward in your journey, what to expect. I am wishing you good health, peace, and above all, self-love, Scorpio. Stay well.